Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Showcase on Dark Souls 3. Moving along with all the weapon sets, trying to go back to the axes. Kind of neglected those as of late. So figured, why not another small axe? Well, it's not quite a hatchet, but maybe it is. Today's axe is the Thrall Axe. What's a Thrall? Well, in short, it's a person who lost the free will in their lives. You can take that however you wish. I'm not correcting that. Anyway, description is weapon raised. You can really tell it's lore heavy. Small axe used by Lothric slaves. A cunning weapon for a cunning lot. This axe is quick and deadly. However, it's got a bit of a different skill compared to most axes, though it's not unique. It's the quick step, which is normally a dagger move. Instantly step behind or around the side of foes, especially effective when locked onto a target. So yes, normally daggers use this move, not axes. Although this axe is the same size as a dagger, it is not a dagger. Completely different animations. But is it helpful? We'll find out later. But yes, visually, well, it's a bearded axe. Now, what makes a bearded axe? Well, it's pretty simple. The axe head extends lower than the actual center point of the weapon, you know, where the joins on the wood, as you see here. Bearded axes come in many shapes and sizes. This is kind of a hatchet-sized bearded axe. The benefits of that? Well, there aren't really a whole lot of benefits to having a bearded axe other than having a wider angle, chopping area, without, increasing dramatic size of the metal's weight and such. So that's where it comes in handy. Normally used only on war weapons, not really practical for wood cutting, because, you don't really need that much of a huge wood cutting area. Just makes things awkward to swing at a tree. Or good, depending how big you are. Moving on to stats, the Thrall Axe, we got physically, well, we got average damage. This is a pretty early weapon, if you're lucky. You can probably get it as early as the Undead Settlement. Now, also with the physical, we got that bonus damage, which is actually pretty high. It's almost 60, which is above 50% of the base physical. Moving on to that, we got a trio bonus, which is 2Ds. One for strength and one for dexterity. No surprise there. The trio requirements is pretty low, since it is possibly a beginner weapon, which is 8 damage, or 8 required for strength and 8 for dexterity. Then we got the quick step, which only costs 5 FP, but it's meant to be cast like multiple use, as repeatedly back to back. And the weight of the weapon is incredibly low at 1.5, which is even lighter to some daggers, which is odd. So in all retrospect, it could possibly use like a dagger in terms of stats. Probably not. The animations of the Thrall Axe, you got the axe animation set. So basic attack is very quick, rapid chops. Power attack is a very heavier chop going right into the ground. Good way to chip the edge. The two-handed basic is a very heavier chop, but still relatively fast. Two-handed version is a very heavier chop to the ground, again ruining the edge of a fucking axe. The rolling attack is a very quick chop down to the ground, and the power attack is a very heavier chop. Pretty much the same idea. In left hand, this weapon offers no new animations, so it's pretty much pointless wielding the left hand. For the special, well, it's the quick step. It's normally used with daggers. Nothing new here. Just it's on an axe, that's all. And it's a really rapid chop for a sprint attack. When upgrading a Thrall Axe, you'll need Titanite shards. And we can see per upgrade you get roughly 10 for the base and 9 for a bonus. That's alright. That's alright. Going forward, you can see that theme going forward again and again. And the trio bonus for strength is turned to a C, which is also good. You can see here at the final upgrade, you got a decent amount of damage. It was an average upgrade. Pretty average. Alright, in performance, well, I'm not sure to treat it like an axe or a dagger. Well, not both. Well, that kind of doesn't work, but whatever. In the end, I'll just backstab everything. So we add those damage together, you got roughly average damage of 410. That was alright. This is a beginner weapon, so I wasn't expecting, it to slaughter everything coming out the door. I may look like a maniac, but I think I could use a better weapon for a maniac. Gets an unarmored target, it's quite devastating, over 600 damage. And same thing goes for power attack, over 400 damage. So, power attack isn't that great with this weapon. I'll come and get up. I don't think I'll get through a shield though. It's pretty small. Yeah, that was a power attack. That's not gonna happen. And the quick step is obviously much better than rolling. That was a charged power attack, but of course, too short of range. Whatever. Fighting this guy's gonna be a trouble, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This weapon's just not meant for enemies this size, so just cheat and just kick the shield out of the way. I hate doing that though, it's cheating. Oh well. We're on to the gargoyle. I don't expect exactly much in the way of results. His weapon's incredibly short. Did I mention that? So I'm gonna try and get through the shield, just gonna hack at him until he dies. Which it did in a somewhat good amount of time. Not against the Black Knight. Against the Black Knight, I'm not gonna try going toe-to-toe with him. I'm just gonna go straight for the back attack. Provided I don't get killed trying. So that's 70. Alright. It's 370. It's okay. It is, but it's okay damage. But again, beginner weapon. Just gotta remember that fact. It's okay for a beginner weapon. In fact, of all the beginner weapons, it's probably one of the better ones. But mind you, it's still incredibly short range, and that's always working against me with this weapon. But oh well, it got the job done. Moving on to the pros and cons of the Thrall Axe. On the pro side, it's an incredibly nimble axe. It's got a very different special move compared to other axes. And it has low stat requirements to use. However, on the cons, it's incredibly short range. And it's not really a dagger. I like to think it's a dagger, but it's not. It has no critical damage whatsoever. So that is a bit of a con in my book. Now, moving on to the score for the Thrall Axe. Damage gets 6 out of 10. It was average, but I wasn't particularly impressed with the power attack. Reach, 2 out of 10. It's no longer a dagger. Animation, a 5 out of 10. I'm not penalizing it since it's a very early weapon. Bonus, 5 out of 10. It's pretty good for a beginner weapon. Misc, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Because it does somewhat give a historical accuracy, maybe. But however, this is not a dagger. If you're going to go for someone that uses dagger skills and idea of a dagger, take a dagger. It has better critical damage in the end. So in total, the Thrall Axe gets 24 out of 50, which is bad, just barely. Maybe because it has an identity crisis here. It's clearly a hatchet, not a dagger. So, it's not the best weapon in the game, but no surprise there. It is technically a beginner weapon. You can take it if you want, but probably best take a bigger axe or a knife. You know, something that's meant to do the things that the Thrall Axe is kind of aiming for. Because a quick step, as nice as it is, it's not really an axe move. And it kind of shouts that, the whole idea of this weapon. But oh well, that's been Showcase for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care out there.